Trigger warning, if you get triggered by this next statement, remember that anytime we get triggered, it is a reflection of a part of us that needs healing. What's up, conscious creators? How you guys doing? It's your good friend here, Andrew Z, and today we're going to talk about the only way to go and be vegan. Take this chance to like, comment, and subscribe, as always, and let's get right into this. Okay, so this video is for those of you who are interested in going vegan and maybe haven't made the jump yet. Maybe you've tried going vegan and you fell off the bandwagon, or maybe you're not interested at all. If not, you can either skip to the next video, no harm found, or you can stick around, you might just learn something. Now, we're coming from a place of non-judgment, okay? We're going to look at this from a couple standpoints, from a spiritual level, from a physical level, from a diet and scientific level, as well as the ethical side of this. And we really want to inspire you. I want to lift you guys to be really stoked on doing this, because when you decide to go vegan, it is a chance to raise your vibration, to raise your frequency. Everything in physical reality is vibrating, which means everything has a frequency. So everything that we put into our bodies is a certain frequency. And as we raise our consciousness, we want to put the highest vibration into our body, because you are what you eat. Ultimately, what you consume is what you become. Okay? Now, trigger warning, if you get triggered by this next statement, remember that anytime we get triggered, it is a reflection of a part of us that needs healing. So, again, I'm coming from a place of non-judgment, but we are what we eat, and if we decide to eat, rape, and murder, well, then you could fill in the blanks on what you will become. So, personally, after 26 years, I just got disturbed and I got disgusted, and I didn't want my body to be an animal graveyard anymore, okay? Again, non-judgment. How can I judge anyone when I grew up eating meat and dairy my whole life? And even from a young age, I wanted to be vegetarian. I wanted to make that switch. I tried it at least 2 times, failed. I was very young, I didn't have the support system, and now it's becoming so popular because the whole planet is switching consciousness. There's a shift going on, and that's why it's becoming so popular, just like meditation. So here's your chance to help your body, give your body a nice treat, help the animals, and help the world, the forests, and ultimately raise our reality to a new consciousness. It is my belief, okay, that veganism can save the world. Because if we refuse to kill and rape and murder these animals, and we start with compassion right from our dinner plates, then we will refuse to do that to humans too. And this is a way that we could end all world wars, and we can become a better humanity. So let's start with a little bit of scientific standpoint, back to the vibration, back to the frequency. On the scale of frequency of vibration, lower survival emotions are slower, and elevated emotions are higher up. They're closer to source. The ones on the bottom are closer to closer to survival and physical. So when those animals are put through the horrible circumstances that they're putting through, their emotions are down here, and they're killed, and they're raped, and they're murdered, and they're chopped up into little pieces, and they're farmed, and they're factory farmed, and they're put into nasty chemicals, and then they're sent on to the grocery stores and ultimately onto your dinner plate. When you put that in your body, that's a lower frequency. It even takes a long time to digest meat, and you feel weighed down after you eat meat. And you'll hear a lot of vegans claim that they feel lighter, that they have more energy. That's because that's a higher frequency that they're putting into their body, and they're able to consume these things. They're able to consume these higher frequencies faster, at a faster rate, becoming more energy and vibrating at a higher level. That's why people say that they feel lighter ultimately. So you're no longer putting those lower vibrations into your body. So now we're going to go to a spiritual level, and you're being more compassionate. You're exercising compassion, and as you go on your journey, you might find yourself resenting people who eat meat. You might find yourself resenting yourself. And this is the time when we have to practice non-judgment. This is the time that we get to practice acceptance of everybody else, okay? Everyone has their own free will. We've survived in antiquity by eating meat, but there's a shift going on. We don't have to survive by eating meat anymore. People have been vegetarians and vegans for thousands of years for religious and spiritual reasons, and they're healthy, and they're fine, and they're beautiful. And now there's a consciousness shift going on in the world, and that's why veganism is becoming so popular. So here's our chance to join in on that higher frequency. From a physical standpoint, your body will thank you so much. You will feel so much better. Your digestion will be completely better. Your moods will be better. Your body needs vegetables and fruits. Even if you eat meat, everybody needs to eat more vegetables. And when you eat the whole rainbow, not just some of them, this is a big thing for people that are just starting out on the vegan diet. You have to eat all types of vegetables, because that's gonna provide your body with all the nutrients it needs. And take your daily supplements, take your daily vitamin, take your vitamin B12, get lots of sun. Your body produces natural vitamin D naturally, as long as you get out into that sun. So the sun is healthy for you. I'm going to leave a couple links at the bottom. One of them's a 70-year-old lady in her 70s who's raw vegan, and she looks like she's in her 40s. It's going to make you live longer. It's going to make you feel better. And for anyone who's tried vegan and they fell off, and for health reasons, that you probably were missing out on your diet. You're probably missing out on some stuff, because you can go vegan and you can just eat all the sweets and all the pasta and carbs and still not get your full intake, and you're going to feel bad because when you ate meat, that was, that animal already ate all of its veggies, and now you're stealing it from its carcass. You have to get your full intake of vitamins and nutrients and minerals, and your body will thank you. Every morning I drink a hemp protein smoothie with spinach and berries and banana. It's amazing. It's changed my life. It starts my day out the right way. I'm not getting bogged down by a huge heavy meal. That's another common myth is, how do you get enough protein? Well, for one, we don't need nearly as much protein as we think we do, unless you're a bodybuilder, unless you're trying to gain weight. And I don't know about you guys, but I can't remember the last time I was trying to gain weight. When you're trying to gain weight, it's going to be muscle. And all protein comes from plants. Even protein that comes from animals, it came from the plants that they ate. So find yourself a nice protein that you like. There's soy, there's acai, combine them, make sure that you're getting all your protein, but it's not as much as you think that you need. I'll also leave a link down below to someone who is a breatharian, okay? They've gone so far on their path. Yogis have been doing this for thousands of years, okay? It's nothing new. Science hasn't caught up to how they're doing it, but they're basically reviving their body with energy by doing breathing techniques and the sun alone. So they're able to raise their frequency to match the frequency of what's around them, because everything in visible light is 1% of the full spectrum of light. And so they're tapping into those other spectrums that we can't see, and they're getting energy from those. Now look guys, I eat sweets, I eat carbs. My goal is to be a raw vegan. I'm not there yet, but be easy on yourself, but don't go overboard. If you're feeling not good, no matter if you eat meat or if you don't, look at your diet, see where you're maybe falling off, see where your deficiencies are, and eat a salad. No one ever got fat by eating too much vegetables, did they? I mean, I haven't heard of anybody. Your body processes vegetables so well, and even when you eat a lot of salad, your body just you kind of get sick of it. It's not like your body gets full and you get weighed down. You're like, oh, I can't eat no more. Your taste buds are just kind of like, okay, we ate enough, we're over it. As opposed to if you're eating carbs or meat or what have you, or sweets, you just keep eating and your body's like all weighed down. You don't get that feeling when you're eating a salad, do you? So take care of yourself. And an ethical standpoint, the number one cause of deforestation of the Amazon, factory farming. They're cutting it down, replacing it with farms. Number one cause of greenhouse gases, factory farming. Another ethical reasons, be kinder to animals, right? Every living thing wants to live. Some people say okay, well, what about animals that were raised in a happy life on a, cage-free farm, what have you, on a nice green pasture, and they lived a happy life, and then they died, and then we ate them, right? Well, this is how I come about that one. Just put yourself in that animal's shoes, or hooves in this case, right? You have a great life, you have a great family, you have a great job, you provide for your family, you've lived a good life, you're in your mid-30s now, and you're just really starting to come to a place of wisdom and understanding. I think you're good. I'm gonna eat you now. You're done, right? So I mean, you gotta kind of say it with in a comical sense, so that it doesn't get too morbid and you don't go down that judgmental path. But you'll start to see that as you put higher frequency into your body, you're going to be vibrating at a higher frequency. Plain and simple, from all aspects, from the spiritual, ethical, moral, scientific, physical. It's how we're going to change ourselves and change the world. So I hope I'm inspiring you guys. Right now we're going to give you 5 tips on how to stay the course and be the best vegan you can be. Number 1 is going to be get disturbed, get disgusted with yourself and with mankind and what we've been doing to these animals. It's been a holocaust that we just consume all these animals. Boom, 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 boom. Just think about how many animals you've eaten, okay, in your lifetime. And we grow up in this society, everything's meat, double meat, triple cheese, So you got to be easy on yourself too. And this is how society has taught us, but we're changing it person by person, thought by thought. I remember when I was going up the I-5 in California one time, and I just started my vegetarian journey. I think I'd been vegetarian for about a year and a half, 2 years maybe. And I was driving up the I-5, and there's a part that just reeks, and it's the dairy part. And these cows, there's no shade, they're just hundreds of cows piled on top of each other. And every time that I'd have to drive up there, I'd have to plug my nose. And finally I was like, this is so wrong, what are we doing? And so I decided right then and there, I'm going vegan, cutting out the cheese, cutting out the dairy. I'll leave a link below for a guy named Gary Yourofsky. He's a great activist. He will definitely put you in your place, and he'll inspire you. He can be a little harsh at times, a little warning, but sometimes that's what we need to hear. Number 4 is going to be find a support group. Find some friends that are into it. Maybe you know someone who's been doing it for a long time, or they're curious about it too, and you guys are going to do this together. If you don't know anyone, go online. There's plenty of communities out there, especially now. It's just growing and growing as this consciousness is shifting. Number 3, if it's easier for you, start by going vegetarian. That's what I did. It's just, you're going to have a lot more options to eat to transition, right? Because you might go to a party or whatever, and they might offer you something that has butter on it, but but it's not meat or what have you. And there's a lot of dairy products out there, but you want to get away from that eventually. But it's a good transition point. You're cutting out meat, you're cutting out the murder, right? Number 2, find some cookbooks, find some recipes. Simple Google search, and you can find tons and tons and thousands of recipes. And a lot of the things that we eat are very, very simple to transition into a vegan friendly option. Especially in today's society, there is every kind of alternative. Vegan cheese is amazing. There's meats, vegan meats. There's all different types of things. So, say you're making yourself a sandwich. How can you turn this sandwich into a vegan sandwich? Very simple. Replace the cheese with vegan cheese, no mayo on there, and no meat. Throw on a couple extra veggies, make it fun. Put lots of avocado on there if you like avocado. Put some bell peppers, what have you. Get creative with it. But it's not hard. I promise you it's not hard. And the bread, most bread is not made with dairy. Especially, it's usually the lower end bread, lower on the price scale, that's made with eggs. But most stuff is made from wheat, and the higher end bread is made from very nice cultured bread. So get creative with it, have fun, make it a fun process. Number 1, maybe the most important of them all, is don't judge others, okay? Because the whole point of this was to be more compassionate, right? To be a better person, inside and out, to do something good for your body. Complaining is not good for your body. Hate and judgment is not good for your spiritual path, okay? So this is our time to take it one step further. Be the person that you're supposed to be. Be the change that you want to see in the world. And you can be an activist. True activist is if you can deliver that message with a state of altruism, a state of non-judgment, and you can fight for those animals and have no emotion attached to your enemy, then you've really made it. Then you come somewhere. But until then, just work on you. Work on your thoughts. Keep spreading the love. Keep spreading the awareness, If people don't want to hear it, that's okay. And that's funny. It's a funny thing. There's a lot of stereotypes about vegans, right? One of them is that vegans tell everybody that they're vegan. And personally, that's just not true. It's funny because, I have one friend who he eats meat, but he takes it upon himself to tell everyone else that I'm vegan. We'll all go out to eat somewhere, and he'll make a point, oh, Drew, he can't eat here, and I'll just be like, no, I can't. I'll find something, there's something on the menu. I'll get creative. As long as it's not like a steakhouse or something, we should be fine. There's going to be a salad, there's going to be something I can eat there. And so a lot of these stereotypes are just not true. A lot of people get triggered by vegans, and I think it's because they know that it's ultimately a more sustainable form of living. It's ultimately a better lifestyle. And so, like I said, it's my belief that we can change the world by going vegan. I hope this has inspired you. I'm going to leave some more links down below to give you guys a little bit more inspiration. Let me know if you decide to go, or if you've already been, how long you've been on this journey. Let me know some of the challenges you guys have faced. I'm sending you guys my blessings, much love. I'll see you guys at the next video.